خب بچه‌ها تا چند دقیقه دیگه سیزن جدید معرفی میشه، اطلاعاتش بیرون میاد، کامل توضیح میدن که چی به چی هستش و تسترش ان شاءالله با هم دیگه میریم. فقط اینکه قبل از اینکه بریم تست سیزن کلا معرفی سیزن جدید رو نگاه کنیم، ازتون میخوام که یکم بیشتر استریم رو حمایت کنید، ویدیوهای یوتیوب رو بیشتر حمایت کنید. با این وضعیت خب من باید چنج کانتنت بدم. تنها کسی هم که رینبو سیکس حرفه‌ای داره استریم میکنه و تمام وقتش گذاشته من هستم. کسی دیگه اونجوری مثلا وقت رو رینبو سیکس نداشته و دمتون گرم دیگه. بریم سیزن بعد چی میشه. لیتس گو. خب بریم ببینیم که چی هست دیگه. لیتس گو.
And welcome to Operation New Blood. I'm Camille Salzer-Hadaway, and we're excited for Year 9, Season 2 of Rainbow Six Siege. Now, as we all know, Siege is a game of two sides. In this season, our Operator Remaster will impact the roster on both the defense and the attack. The recruit on each side of the action is getting remastered to meet today's meta. And creative director Alexander Karpazis is here to tell us more about what's in store for Operation New Blood.
Let's go.
On behalf of the entire Siege team, we're proud to show to you Operation New Blood. And there's a lot coming this season. And it starts with our first remaster. Operator remasters are an impactful addition to the game and essentially a new operator that's introduced. And we start with the recruits. We have the new attacker, striker, and the new defender, sentry. Together, they're in every single playlist and you'll be able to customize them. We're also introducing big balancing changes, making sure that it's a lot more equal on both sides of the attack and defense coin. And marketplace is coming for everyone. As long as you're above clearance level 25, you'll have access to it. For warming up, we're introducing the Endless Drill, allowing you to fight every single floor of a map over and over and over again so that you are warmed up for battle. And we have much more for you, including a big update for weapon stats so that you get to learn more about the tools that you use in the game. All of us on the team are extremely excited about this new season, and we can't wait until you get your hands on it.
The Siege team is always working to improve player protection. For the latest, Alexander Karpazis is back with an update.
In a mid-season roadmap update, we communicated about a delay for the reputation system coming out of beta. For us, it's really important to make sure that we get this right and that we listen to the feedback. And we received a lot of feedback that there's still work to be done. We're working on the quality of the system and making sure that we can verify all of the reports that are made using it. At the end, we want a system that you can trust and that can actually tackle the toxicity in the game in a way that you feel confident in. That means delaying the reputation system to later in the year. Right now, the beta means that we can collect feedback and you can give feedback. It's so that you can understand what the reputation system's about, and for those players that have a reputation score that is low, how to get it higher. We talked a lot about anti-cheat at the Six Invitation, but we need to show results for it as well. And I'm super happy to say that the team has been doing incredible work. We've made a 7 times improvement to the number of data points we use to make bans. This also means that we've increased our ban rate by 60% in the last season. And we've seen a huge reduction in cheaters, and especially rage cheats. Plus, we've created new detections for DDoS, improving DDoS detection. It's also important to point out that new data bans using machine learning is already given us great results. It's led to less time manually making bans, and it's made a much wider net for us to cast trying to find those cheaters. It's helping a lot. We're working with Steam VAC bans so that it's harder for cheaters to make multiple accounts or for people who want to snipe. This means a better overall experience for PC players and a reduction in cheaters having access to new accounts.
In the year 9 reveal back in February, we promised to address the influence of our defensive powerhouses. This season, Solus will receive her first update, but she's not the only one. We're also taking on Fenrir and adjusting his threat level accordingly. Game director Joshua Mills has more.
Joshua Mills اومده که در مورد بالانسینگ صحبت کنه. خب چی دارید سلطان؟
So the philosophy for year 9 in balancing is fundamentally getting that match between our attackers and our defenders. It doesn't matter what side of the fight you're on, you're engaged in a fair fight, and you have the tools you need to get the job done. For season 2, as we mentioned at SI, we're actually going across to the defense side and going after a couple of those powerhouses. So this means Fenrir and Solus will be receiving updates. So Solus, the fact that she can take down all the drones in the prep phase is a huge problem. So we're addressing that. We're making sure that her Spec IO glasses no longer work during the prep phase.
Okay,
this allows our players on attack to be able to get their drones in position, suss out what the defense is doing, and make those necessary changes for example. When the prep phase closes, Solus' gadget will be available, and she can start hunting drones. But she can only detect drones that are actively being used. So you can have your drones go into a standby state and hide. So you'll have more opportunity to keep your drones alive, hiding them from Solus, sussing out where she is, and then making plays around the fact that you know that gadget's online now, and you can hide yourself away by making sure you get off your drone before Solus finds you. It's not the only change coming. The capacity of the Spec IO glasses will be reduced as well, from 20 seconds down to 10 seconds, which means Solus only has 10 seconds to use that device. Additionally, in order to activate the device, it must be at 100% charge. So, if you've used the device at all and tried to reactivate it, you will not be able to. Additionally, we're reducing the detection range, so Solus actually has to put herself at a little bit more risk in order to get that intel. We'll be removing impact grenades from her loadout and giving her proximity alarms as a replacement. This is part 1 of a 2-part update, and the reason we're doing that is 1, for speed. We want to make sure that we get this stuff in your hands faster and that we release some of the pressure that some of these operators are causing. Now, we saw this work with Grim, where we did a part 1 and part 2 update, and that's exactly the same philosophy we're using for Another operator update coming is for Fenrir. We'll be actually reducing how many mines he has from 5 to 4. He'll have to be much more selective about how he's using his gadget. If a mine is disabled or destroyed, the code will be refunded due to this reduction. Additionally, those FNATs will no longer be bulletproof, which means Fenrir has to be very careful where he places them because they are always going to be vulnerable. Combining an FNAT with barbed wire can be very powerful. So we're actually removing the barbed wire and giving them observation blockers to help obscure where those FNATs are. We want to make sure that he is still scary, and you do need to pay attention to his gadgets. But at the same time, we want to bring him in line with the mythology that we have for the game, where gadgets should not be spammy. Right now, he has a lot of them, so we're tackling that.
The marketplace beta has seen a lot of engagement, and has helped us refine the feature to get it ready for release this season. To give you more details, please welcome Associate Monetization Director Joey Adet Pepe.
On January 30th, the Rainbow Six Siege Marketplace has launched in beta phase, and we were beyond excited to see and feel the enthusiasm and engagement from the community. And now, we're extremely happy to announce that early in Season 2, all the players with a level 25 clearance and above will automatically get access to the marketplace without any registration needed whatsoever. As a reminder, the Rainbow Six Siege Marketplace is a web platform also optimized for mobile, where you, the players, can trade anonymously and safely your cosmetic item with the community for R6 credit. The beta phase has allowed us to gather feedback from the players, and now we're very confident with the full release of the marketplace. Also, coming early in Season 2, we are bringing new life improvement feature to the Siege Marketplace, such as item recommendations, item price history and graphs, and other UX and UI improvements. I want to thank you all for making the Rainbow Six Siege Marketplace a reality, and we'll continue to work hard to improve the feature so you get the best experience possible.
Operation New Blood is bringing back a popular game mode for a limited run, and adding a map filter option in the standard playlist, which live content director Christopher Budgeon can tell you all about.
حالا که تغییرات خوب.
So this season we're introducing a new system called map filtering in the standard playlist. This means that players can select playing ranked, non-ranked, or all maps within their experience.
Non-ranked map رو دوست دارم. میرم بازیش میکنم. جدید. Non-ranked map خیلی خوبه.
Attrition is an arcade game mode that's coming back for a limited time, where every round the operators that are played, both on attack and defense, are eliminated for the rest of the match. At the start of the match, 5 attackers and 5 defenders will be automatically removed randomly. That means going into the first round, attrition is already started, and you'll have to play with the puzzle. Attrition playlist is coming back for a limited time from June 18th until July 2nd.
Nice.
New premium rewards are on the way as we're introducing membership this season. To give you more info,
اینو من بدم میاد. میخوام ببینم چی میخواد در ارزای پولی که میخواد ازت بگیره بده. Membership اصلا چیز مسخره ای دوره.
We're glad to announce that we'll be bringing membership on Siege. Membership is a new and the best way to get some of the game's new and exciting content, as well as exclusive customization that won't be available in the shop. So how does it work? Each month, as a member, you will have access to the Premium Battle Pass, along with its privileges. That comes in the form of the 10% shop discount and the 30% faster progression. You will also get 10 Battle Pass tokens in order to kickstart your Battle Pass season, 1 Battle Pass, 1 full epic bundle, and 1 legendary item, which is part of a legendary bundle that will be tied to the season. The Premium Battle Pass, the 10 tokens, and the Bravo Pack will be given as soon as you enroll, and will be given each month at your rebilling date, while the full epic bundle and the legendary item will be given on the 28th of the month. For the players who stayed members throughout the season and got the 3 legendary items, and therefore the legendary bundle, you will also get an extra operator card unlocked as a bonus. For players who will join on the first week of Season 2, you will get an exclusive epic bundle only offered during that period, as well as 600 Rainbow Six credits. We want to make membership evolve in order to make members feel like true VIPs on Siege. So as always, we'll be listening to your feedback to see how we can make membership better for the upcoming seasons. So stay tuned.
Watching a Siege match could be a powerful way to learn about the game, connect with your community, or see some of the best players in the world compete. We're introducing an updated viewing experience that will help you see more, learn more, and make each match all more thrilling to watch. UX designer Lawrence Emetange is here to tell you all about it.
Essentially, we wanted a more seamless experience for spectators, casters, and observers because they're all using the same HUD, and we wanted to make that very efficient for them. So we moved the cards from the side to the bottom. We went for a more contextual and dynamic approach with these cards. The cards give more information during the prep phase because that's when you really analyze the strategies of our game, and then we remove that information during the action phase to focus more on gameplay. So even if we remove information during the action phase, we give the opportunity to casters to re-add that information on a toggle, so you have the inventory of each player visible. So we allowed a space in the cards to show what a player has in hand at any given moment. So if a player is putting on a barricade, that space in the card shows exactly what that player is doing. And if a player is ready to throw a grenade, you will see it in the card as well. We also added some animations to that part so we can see when a player is low on ammunition, or if a player is shooting, or if a player is taking damage. We also added the player live location, which helps understanding what is happening and where exactly. So at season launch, the cards will be available in spectator mode. So this means they will also be visible in our esports ecosystem, and we're working really hard to make the cards available in match replay later this year. So we're super excited to hear more about your thoughts on these new cards so we can improve even more in the future.
Now for a little surprise, that wasn't on the roadmap. Operation New Blood is bringing some quality of life improvement to both Stadium Bravo and Stadium Alpha maps. Team World Lead Jeremy Dowsett joins us to walk us through these changes.
Stadium Bravo, Stadium Alpha map?
The Stadium Alpha and Stadium Bravo, it's really quality of life changes. The community loved them as events, and you know, they came out in the playlists. But there was a problem, and the problem was the bulletproof glass. We overused it, we put it everywhere, we were experimenting, and the thing we've done is we've removed bulletproof glass from the objective sites. This means for defenders, it's actually much more comfortable to defend because the attackers can't just park a drone outside the window and then just ping you and know where you are. So the problem with the two maps is you always have to defend an objective off-site because you're always going to get seen. Now, with the removal of bulletproof glass from those areas, it means as a defender you can actually stay on-site and actually defend. For Stadium Bravo, there's been changes to the 1F border and there's been changes to the coastline section. Again, these are just minor wall tweaks, doorway tweaks, nothing too serious, but we have linked a few areas with some extra doors, so showers are linked with the door, servers are now linked with the door, we've added an extra hatch. Again, we've gone through and rebalanced the floors so they actually match to the objectives, so it's actually easier to attack and defend with the breakable floors. The team that worked upon these maps, Etienne, Alexandra, Jade, Dominic, the level design, they've done a really great job, and we're looking forward to these maps coming out into all of the playlists except for ranked, and we're looking forward to your feedback.
This season is adding more playable operators, AI defenders, and map choices to the Versus AI and map training playlists. Plus, we've got a new drill coming for experienced players looking to sharpen their skills even further. To give you more details, Christopher Budgeon is back.
For the Versus AI playlist, we're bringing 2 new maps, 2 new AI defenders, and 4 new playable attackers, including Dayiali. Starting this season, you'll be able to warm up and train in the Versus AI playlist on both Coastline and Night Haven. And the new AI defenders that you'll be able to train against are Vigil and Thunderbird. For playable operators, you'll now be able to choose between Ace, Habana, Blackbeard, and Deimos. Additionally, we're introducing a new drill called the Endless Drill. This will allow players to train for 60 minutes uninterrupted as they navigate a map with dummies found in every room. This season we're demonstrating our commitment to continuously update these training tools, both map training and Versus AI, and we'll continue to do so next season as well.
The time has come for us to introduce the season's new blood. Our remastered recruits, Striker and Sentry, are joining Team Rainbow with a versatile set of gadgets. First up on attack, we have Striker. And on the defense, Sentry. Alexander Karpazis and Joshua Mills have a host of insights into the design, loadouts, and new strategic possibilities of these operators.
The visual design of our recruits comes from a wonderful collaboration with our friends on the Rainbow Six mobile team. We're using their models up-res for Siege to represent Striker, who wears the repelling harness, and Sentry, who wears the defender's helmet, to differentiate the two sides of the same coin. These are the Swiss Army knives of the operators, and we intentionally wanted them to feel like a character you can embody. We've all been recruits at some point on our journey in Siege, and we want you to believe that you are that next recruit standing beside operators that are heroes and legends. We've also made sure that these recruits are customizable, so now you can kit them out the way that you want to represent yourself as a recruit in Rainbow Six Siege.
So Season 2 is a really exciting moment for us on the team because this is when we get to introduce our first remaster. This is fundamentally our way of being able to maintain the health of the game, to go back and reevaluate different pieces of content that have been released over time, specifically our operators. And what a better place to start than Recruit. Now, I'm going to say something that's going to probably break some hearts, but it's honestly true, and it's something I've seen through all the the design documentation and stuff. But Recruit was never intended to be played. It was there as an option if you didn't have an operator. So they were really not meant to be used in every round. Well, we're changing that. That doesn't make any sense. Recruit needs to have their own moment to shine, and now they do.
We
have Striker on attack, and we have Sentry on defense. Now, the unique thing about Striker and Sentry is they're not as specialized as our other operators. But that doesn't mean they're not powerful. In fact, they will become your Swiss Army knife on attack or defense. Striker and Sentry's unique ability allows them to field 2 generic gadgets from their side of the fight. So for Striker, in her gadget kit, she can bring a stun grenade, a hard breach charge, frag grenade, impact EMP grenade, smoke grenade, claymore, and breach charge. And remember, that means Striker can take any combination of 2 of these gadgets. Sentry, he can bring in his gadget kit impact grenades, deployable shields, barbed wire, nitro cells, proximity alarms, observation blockers, and bulletproof cameras. And once again, just like Striker, Sentry can bring any combination of 2 of these gadgets. So for Striker, some of these combinations are more obvious than others. For example, our breach charges and another great combination for Striker is a claymore and a breach charge, setting up your own flank watch while taking care of that vertical play. A big important thing about Striker and Sentry is you do not know what they're bringing on the field, which means your strategy can be built around what they have in their pockets, and that requires the other team to pay attention to what they are doing. So when we look at Striker and Sentry's weapon loadouts, it's important that we have versatility and customization really at the center here, because we want you to be able to craft Sentry or Striker to fit exactly what your lineup needs. When we look at Striker's weapons, we want to remain true to what Recruit was originally, which is some good all-around weapons for each one of them. But in Striker's case, that means the M4 and the M249. In secondary, the ITA 12S and the 5.7 USG. Now when we jump over into Sentry's weapon loadout, they're rocking some fan favorites as well. The Commando 9, the M870 in their primary slot, and in the secondary slot, the C75 Auto and the Super Shorty. Some of the great combinations that you can do with Sentry would be a bulletproof camera and an observation blocker, or a proximity alarm and a nitro cell. Recruit has always held a special place in our hearts. Being able to go back and revisit them and remaster them in this way is super special to us and the team, and we hope it's awesome for you on the community side. The impact of a remaster in the game is fundamentally as if new operators are coming to the game, because that's how we're treating them. But it's important that the essence of the operator remains.
So, how does it feel to step into the boots of those remastered recruits? Let's get a fresh perspective from 2 special guests. Please welcome 2-time Six Invitational Show Match winner, That One Brit, and the reigning Easter egg queen, Titanium Rolo.
The first thing that comes to mind about old recruits is kind of more of like meme gameplay, but this new recruit gives way more possibilities to the game, gives way more opportunities for your teammates to work together and accomplish the objective.
So I am a massive fan of the new recruits, especially Striker. I feel like I might end up being a Striker main on attack. I love to bring Buck, but I also like to roam clear. So the fact I can now bring a hard breach gadget and claymores is going to come in so clutch for me. And also being able to single-handedly get a wall open if you want to do like a back take, for example. You can bring pocket EMPs and also so many people who are new to the game won't understand the unwritten rule of if people bring recruit, you have to too, or it's GM. And now it's going to save them from that because obviously only one person can bring it. So I'm quite happy about that.
100%. I actually love the defender side more because I am a big C4 player. The opportunity to bring a C4 and like a deployable or a BP to play off of makes the defending recruit operator just so great and versatile. If I was going to play more aggressive, like she said, I would bring claymores and flashes and just claymore my flanks and then just flash right in and hopefully get a 3K at least.
I mean, I think you're ace. You aced us earlier, so
you're too sweet.
Easy for you. I'm going for a meme, flashes and smokes 100%, and I'm just going to throw all 5 in and hope for the best. But if I'm trying to play serious or solo queue, either hard breach claymore or hard breach EMP. Just to put on the final thing from my perspective. M4. M4.
and then period.
Just M4 period, exactly.
You could play the season test server for Operation New Blood starting next week. Explore the strategies with both Sentry and Striker, and polish your skills with Endless Drill. This is also where I remind you about R6 Fix, the place to report issues you encounter and earn rewards for helping us out. Now, before we wrap up, we have an experiment for you that could turn into a feverish nightmare.
اون قشنگه جدی از این خوشم اومد. صحیح. عید اسکین استادم که اومد و روانیه یارو. تمام تغییرات اینجاست. به به همش گوشته. با کلیاتش حال کردم و لایکو بگیر سلطان. احسن نایس. جی جی. خب حالا که به آخر داستان رسیدیم واقعا لایک داشت. تغییراتش به جز دو تا موضوع، یکی تغییرات مپ استادیوم بود که اصلا مشاهده نکردم و یکی ممبرشیپش بود که اصلا مسخره است. در کل راضی بودم. امیدوارم که شما هم دیگه گشادی رو بذارید کنار و یه ذره حمایتتون رو بیشتر کنید. ببین روکش بهتون میگم کسی دیگه جز من رینبو سیکس رو جدی استریم نمیکنه. اصلا کسی حساب نمیکنه رینبو سیکس رو جز من. دیگه خود دانید دیگه. دمتون گرم. دست در دست هم داریم رینبو سیکس رو بکنیم آباد. دوستتون دارم. ویدیوی بعدی از دست ندید. لایک و کامنت یادتون نره. فعلا خدا نگهدار.